Julian's Chambourcine aged in whiskey barrels wine. Printed from the 2018. This is one heck of a wine. The grower includes Dan Nitz and the Magnificent Mile. It is from St. Julian's Wines. So I do hope I enjoy it, and I hope that someday you are able to get out there and enjoy the fine St. Julian wines, just as I am able to do so right now. So big shout out to the watchers here. We have over here qerqr right over here. He's the absolute synergy guy. Joe Fu 10 and Disgruntled, or Disgruntled as you might want to pronounce it differently. So let's go click on qerqr, and we can introduce our two players. Up here in the white, he goes by the name of Shade. His name is Shade, except for this is orange, so not really Shade. This is Paperboy from Clan Soul. He's starting at the 9 o'clock here, doing an early scout to the small 9 position, and not going to find anybody there. And continue on down to the 6. And meanwhile, up here, Shade is doing a 1 barracks rush here from the 12 o'clock, getting his early blacksmith, and then choosing to repair that barracks as well. So best of luck to both of these players. It's going to be a very interesting game, to say the least. And we shall try to enjoy some of our St. Julian's wine. This is a very dry wine. Highly recommend. Did with watching Warcraft 2. And smells very good. I should probably get some cheese with this. We'll have to go see what kind of cheeses I have. So, an early wall off for Paperboy Soul. He sent 2 peons. He wants to do a tower rush. Don't know if that's going to be very easy to tower rush that 12 o'clock position. We can see the peons on the way up there, but with a few grunts already there, the outlook is not so good for him. Meanwhile, I'm going to have to go grab myself some cheese to enjoy with this wine. Maybe some Munster. Well, I'll grab that later. Back to the game here. And we do see that the 2 peons were successfully able to hide. And they're doing a very long-range tower rush, getting a tower there, and then deciding to build 2 barracks next to it, protected by that tower. So even if they are discovered, this is a pretty sneaky tactic here from Paperboy Soul. Going to have 2 barracks versus his opponent's 1. We don't see a blacksmith yet, however. Oh, there's a blacksmith and a barracks. So choosing to build both of his buildings right out here. And he'll be able to get catapults very close to his opponent, but he'll need to have a grunt army first, as there is a substantial number of grunts out on the map for Shade. Shade just about to scout his opponent. His first inkling that he's at the 9 o'clock position here is by the way the opponent's was blocked. And he's not actually going to go down there and make the scout, because he knows what's going on. So there she is, going to make the scout. We can go for a team vision to see exactly what he sees. And he's just about to discover this area right here. So good placement of this barracks here to block it off, knock that tower off, and prevent it from being destroyed. And now Shade knows exactly what's going on. For some reason, there's an axe thrower being built. That's an odd thing to be building. Perhaps he wants to disrupt some wood at the back there. Very odd. And this axe thrower is one brave axe thrower. He comes up here. I think he wants to sneak in, and don't really understand why that axe thrower wanted to get that single axe thrown, but he did certainly get that axe thrower, and he is actually a hero axe thrower, for he has survived, and he turns right back around. He has not had enough. He's coming back to get some more. He wants to teach these grunts a lesson. What a wacky antics here being done by Paperboy Soul. Paperboy Soul, one of the great Warcraft 2 players, known to troll people like this, and he is literally trolling his opponent with a troll. That is one dry wine. So here's the catapult out for his opponent, Shade. And Shade was able to pick off the catapult from Paperboy. And Paperboy Soul choosing to go axe thrower only. That was his game the entire time. It's to get axe thrower only. Haven't seen a single grunt out from him yet. And he's able to wall this position off here with a couple of farms. What an odd game. But the catapult versus axe thrower. Catapult tends to win. And remember, the catapult for Shade, for Paperboy Soul was destroyed a little bit earlier. So here comes a third barracks being put up here from Paperboy Soul. Don't know if he really wants to put it up here. This place looks a little compromised. And here you see our first grunt here from Paperboy. His catapult is out. Don't know if his catapult's going to be surviving too long, though, with 4 grunts here on the scene. And there we can see that tower being decimated. And what a beautiful wall off here from Paperboy Soul, able to prevent that grunt from getting in there. 2 more grunts coming from the other side. And there's a re-wall off. Just beautiful micro here from Paperboy Soul. But his grunt now pops off in a very useless spot. And there's the creeping tower. So able to deal with the attacking catapult. He has his defending catapult here, but we can see just how unlucky he is to have his grunts pop out on the inside here. And here comes a catapult, but is completely exposed. He needs to get out of there. 3 more grunts are just about coming his way. And 3 offensive towers at this position really spells bad news for Paperboy Soul. He does need to have 3 barracks out here, though. So there is a chance that he's able to pull back and continue this position. Just going to be so difficult here to defend against these 3 grunts. He doesn't have a tower anymore, and they gang up on that catapult and take it down. That catapult does pop out on the inside here, but is being attacked, so it gets 1 space away. 1 space away, not going to be enough. He needs to launch a catapult blast here at this, and he does get it off. What a beautiful play here from Paperboy Soul. Able to get a catapult on the inside of this barracks. Able to take out some of these attacking towers. But the grunts just keep coming. They're putting the hurt on this barracks here. Really, 1 more catapult blast probably to that tower, and not going to actually happen. So that tower is going to remain. And I like how he's beginning to chop out here so he can produce some ogres. Let's go take a look at the main bases of both these players. Moving up to Fortress and getting a Goblin Alchemist. Shade is ready for anything. He can do Death and Decay, or he can do Goblin Sappers. And pushing up to Fortress also is Paperboy Soul. This has been a pretty exciting, pretty unorthodox game. Both of these players playing very well indeed. And here's the first ogre from our hero, Paperboy Soul. Shade repairing that tower up now. And I think he's going to produce. Yes, he's going to keep on pushing with the towers. Very good choice for him. He needs to destroy this blacksmith and these barracks here before his opponent can really get an ogre army. And what do we have here? It's a sneak around attack. Shade is going for the kill shot with just a few ogres. A few ogres snuck into the base of his opponent. Can really get some damage done. And he's bringing a total of 4 ogres. That's enough to make the kill. So while Paperboy Soul is having a great victory up here, he's about to take a huge loss at his home base if the Sapper attack is anywhere near as successful as he wants. 2 farms will be able to immediately farm block him. And we can see right now where his farms... Oh, look, the base is completely open. He might be able to get the Sapper in, get the tower, and both farms. Meanwhile, back here, Paperboy Soul doing very good, but here comes the 2 farms, putting him at a 3 peon deficit, stopping all production, and now he's got 4 ogres inside the goal line. Shade with the amazing Sapper attack. Paperboy Soul going to try to evacuate his troops as quickly as he can and redirect his army to his base, but the damage being wrought is just absolutely terrifying for him. These 4 ogres not taking even hardly any damage at all, and here they are trying to be cleaned up, so they're just going to turn around and run right back home. Bloodlust on the way for Paperboy Soul. Do we see Bloodlust for his opponent? Yes, Bloodlust on the way for his opponent as well. just a little bit further ahead. And as Shade regroups, he's going to redirect his attack to this main production facility here. Able to take out the armies of Paperboy Soul. Beautifully played wall off there. Able to keep that tower alive just a second more. But not going to be enough as these ogres continue to pour in. And remember, the production was slowed down from Paperboy Soul because of those farm blockage caused by that sapper. What a beautiful play here from Shade. This game just keeps getting more and more exciting. Never a dull moment when you're watching Wiki Warcraft 2, especially if you're watching two players like Paperboy Soul and the SH4DE. Once again, today's episode brought to you in part by the X-Man Earnt and Clan Z. Get out there, check out Clan Z if you want to be in a clan. Clan Z not quite as cool as Clan AS, but is still pretty cool. And I would highly recommend it to any of you looking for a clan out there. A lot of us Warcraft 2ers out here are very loyal to our clans. If you're not in the clan, you're not worth the time to even talk to. So get inside your clan, get your little clique of people there, your friends. You can gain many friends throughout Warcraft 2, but none will ever be as close as the clan mates you acquire. Paperboy Soul with the Bloodlust. This is going to actually pull him right back in the game, but no, SH4DE has the Bloodlust as well. And this is using the peon to distract it. Paperboy survives for the moment, but his production facilities have been just wrecked. And he's coming in to face another 4-5 ogre assault. The ogres with a single purpose of moving into this gold line and executing Paperboy Soul. Paperboy Soul up against a huge challenge here. Will he be able to survive this with not enough barracks? He does have a second town hall, but his barracks number is so low because he lost that entire facility. Here comes Death Knights as well from Shade with 10,000 gold in the bank. A very good wall op here for Paperboy Soul is going to give him a couple more minutes of life, but will it be a couple more minutes of life well used? He doesn't actually have but one single barracks. And remember, producing a single ogre at a time is not going to give you bloodlust. So he has repaired a couple more barracks down here at the small 9 o'clock position, the area which he is avidly mining from. And he should be able to lust up these ogres and send them up here to try to clean up this 9 o'clock spot. Still more and more ogres come pouring in from SH4DE, and this looks like it's going to be a GG, my friends. I want to thank you guys all for tuning in. Make sure you guys check out the X-Man Earns clan. That's Clan Z. You might want to check out St. Julian's Wine Company as well. They do some very, very, very good wine. This is a very, very, very dry wine that was aged in whiskey barrels, so probably something that you might want to try out. And I want to thank SH4DE as well as TerrorCon, Jofu, Disgruntled, and of course Paperboy Soul. Paperboy Soul always tries to treat new players with respect, but oftentimes treats people like me like a jerk. But we know what, I'm kind of a jerk to him, so it's very good to see Paperboy Soul every time I do see him, especially with his good friend Mystical as well, the Soul Clan. And look here, we do see one of the Watchers building. Oh my gosh, it's TerrorCon from Clan Absolute Synergy entering the fray on the side of his ally Paperboy Soul. So TerrorCon is just trying to help out his foe, his ally from Shade. This is what a turn of events, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe my eyes. We are witnessing TerrorCon. He's stepping in here, taking the game into his own hands, and with the combined might, OMG, looks like he couldn't actually help save the day with the combined efforts of a DK and a group of Bloodlusted Ogres. But look here, Paperboy's not going to give up quite yet. He's got enough ogres here to clean this up. So hopefully for him, with the combined might of Terrorcon from Clan Absolute Synergy, Terracon coming down here to try to wall that area off. What a super stud. He has just helped his, jumped into this game on the side of Paperboy. I think Paperboy's, look at the wall off on this guy. Able to get that wall off there, but will it matter? Indeed, we have so many Bloodlusted Ogres rampaging throughout this entire base. And while Terracon is a superstar, he has just the most beautiful family in the entire world. And but he's not able to help Paperboy here through victory, since Paperboy does have a secret base here, but he's going to leave the game. I'm going to go ahead and give player of the game to Terracon from Clan Absolute Synergy. That guy is by far my favorite Warcraft 2 player that I've ever met of all time. I do enjoy playing with Tolian a lot, but Terracon is number one. So if you guys ever see Terracon in the chat room, make sure you bow down and kiss his boots, because you are barely worthy to do so. Wiki Warcraft 2. Peace out, homies.